I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
So if you're a triathlete and you want to ride your first time trial, a lot of people get scared by going to like their local time trial, you know, like I can understand why. It's not the easiest thing to research and understand like, well, where do I even ride my first TT? So if you do go on to like cycling time trials, they've got a list of like all your local clubs and you can find clubs in your area, contact them and then they'll have most likely they'll have like what we call like an evening 10-mile time trial. So once you find out the time it starts, then all you've got to do, turn up and then they'll give you a race number and away you go. Generally speaking, so if I'm doing a TT, then you want to have like a good warm up. So I would probably allow at least like 45 minutes, you know, like if you want to leave it to like the last minute. So you have like a 20-minute warm up, you know, you got to pin your number on, you have like 20 to 25 minute gradual warm up. You can be more specific with that once you've done like your initial time trial, but initially just get everything going. Meet the timekeeper, and then nowadays we're back to holding people up again. And basically they'll hold you up. If you don't want to do that, they will ask you before the start, then you don't have to. But basically they'll count you down. They'll probably go 10 seconds to go, then they'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then they'll push you off. And with time trialings within the UK, always starts at like 1 minute intervals. And the biggest thing that everyone's going to do when they ride their first 10-mile time trial is start too quick. But generally with a 10-mile time trial, you want to start steady and then gradually build into it. Why is riding a time trial important? It's just going to learn you to suffer like in a different way. And then all these things that you've been practicing in training, you can perform out on the road. So getting used to riding, like say if you've got an aero helmet, you can get used to it. If you've got a new position, you can just adapt to it. You know, like, and it just allows you to push and suffer like in a different way. And if you do it more and more frequently, it learns you the art of how to ride a bike and how to pace. What will happen is if you ride in the same course, you'll work out like all the points that you need to hit, and then that will translate into like better bike split times. For distances like in UK time trialing, like the biggest one that everybody knows about is like 10-mile time trials. But then we get like 25s, we get 50s, we get 100, we get 12 hours, and then we get like 24. They're like what we call fixed distance time trials. But there is like a lot of TTs now that are over non-fixed distances. We've got events like what they call like the circuit series. Early season, we'll get like a lot of hilly time trials, and then we'll get events like the Tour of Cambridge that are not over fixed distances. So it's quite varied, but the ones that people know are 10s to like 100-mile TTs.